Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Star Ladder Invitational action here, presented by Star Ladder and iLeague. We are in the European qualifier in our last semi-final matchup, Danish Bears against Vega Squadron. I'm KotLGuy for Beyond the Summit, going to be joined again remotely by the one and only Ryu Boris. Alan, we're back again at it. Could be our last game today if Vega has something to say about it, but game number one, you said it. I think I agree with you. Danish Bears had a great start, and you know, maybe if that Roche fight just went a different way, things could have worked out a lot better for Danish Bears. But Vega, they got the better fight, and every opportunity that they got to take an advantage, they did so. And, well, they were awarded with the Game 1 victory. So, I ask you now, Ryu, what is your favorite color?
Favorite color is blue. I'm also wearing a blue shirt right now.
Nice.
It's a nice dress-up collar.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Mine's a basic graphic tee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I went out for lunch.
Oh, fancy. What'd you have for lunch?
Actually, I went to a place that didn't even know about, and then it was just stuff I didn't even like. It was one of those places that just brings out stuff, and
Vega
they kind of asked.
To pick.
They brought out something with cheese.
How much do you
start
miss American food?
Oh, I miss it a lot. I went IHOP, I went Chipotle, I went Chick-fil-A every day. Please.
Sorry, you're stuck with European food, Ryu. We wish you the best, but we'll see if...
I'm eating.
Yeah, you'll deal with it. There's kids starving. You can suffer for bad cheese. All right?
10 seconds.
No more global strats here for game
so
3.
Strong.
Oh. It's strong. I don't know. They say that the stinkier it is, the better it is, but I think the stinkier it is, the less I want to put it in my mouth, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that statement.
So, we're going to get a different game. I like that because no Wisp, no Nature's Prophet, no global crap. Odie's got to go. Enchantress, well, we don't like her. She's gone. But we will get an early pickup Vega Squadron Bounty Hunter here. I wonder if Danish Bears will consider grabbing the Spirit Breaker again. Typically good against the Bounty Hunter. If not, Earth Spirit is also out there. I don't know if they have a big Earth Spirit player, but if they do, now might be the time. Earth Spirit with Dust can also have a Bounty Hunter's number.
Yep, I agree.
Reserve time.
Trying to figure out what other heroes left. The Invoker last game didn't really work out. That Midas helped out with the levels, but maybe it wasn't the right item to try and end the game a bit faster. If he didn't go for it, he would have had the Orchid at a better time, and they could have got on more pickoffs around the map. So maybe I would go with... Okay, this is why Alchemist
classic
was banned
first
out last
pick
game.
Alchemist. Of course, how did you not predict that, Ryu?
Sorry. Even the Night Stalker's second pick, and when there's no Beastmaster, but this is a counter pick.
Yeah.
They knew that Vega wanted to get the Bounty Hunter plus the Beastmaster, and what they do instead is they pick up the Night Stalker here to dissuade it. So now you're going to be like, okay, do we still want to get the Beastmaster into the Night Stalker? We talked about the lack of vision you're going to have when it's nighttime last game.
Yeah. Probably not the best time to either pull out the KotL either. It's just not going to work. You know what's a trusty grab?
Reserve time.
Queen of Pain. And they go for it here.
Vega Squadrons
always seems to do work. No one. I talk about baseball cards. If there was a no one baseball card, Queen of Pain, you better believe would be on that card for sure. People out there who don't know it, it's the European hour, so they're like, what is baseball?
10 seconds
Sports ball, if you will. But I was going to say actually Darkseer could have been a formidable option because you get the Bounty Hunter, Ion Shell combo, great high ground defense. I mean, if you're able to kind of get a wall replica of Alchemist, that's wonderful to have. But instead, they'll opt out for the Queen of Pain here. You never know. It is Vega Squadron after all. It is Mag and one of the best brood mothers in the game. They ban out a Legion Commander. Maybe they're trying to creep in something. We'll have to see. That Legion Commander ban is very peculiar. Do they play it a lot or something? That leads me to believe that they want to either play Bat or Brood Mother.
True. At the other side of the spectrum, it's nice to have this Legion Commander keeping your Alchemist constantly alive during the team fights with the press the attack. Taking off the track could help out a lot.
That's true.
And the reason why they picked up the Queen of Pain was because the that's the best hero in the
5
game for
seconds
dealing with this
remaining.
mid alchemist with his super greedy. You can just take it to him early on and punish him. Where
Reserve
like the Queen of
time.
Pain should have 30 CS, the alchemist still only has 10. Even though he has the acid spray to push out lanes, you can heavily deny him, heavily harass him. And Danish Bears are going to be running with, I hope, a Night Stalker off lane, and they get another good hero here to help out the alchemist mid. Like you talked about, the Earth Spirit still in there, and they get another good support hero for the top lane. So maybe Vega should think about banning the Brood as well. They can also pick it themselves if they want to. Meg, we obviously know what he did at ESL with the hero. You're always going to have that at the back of your mind.
Still plenty, though, for Danish Bears to be able to counter a Brood with if it does come out. But now a ban on Darkseer, dude. They want to play Brood. They want the Spider. I can feel it in my plums right here now. Vega, Vega definitely. They definitely want the Brood Mother for sure. Mag is like, I haven't gotten to play Brood in a long time, so if you could, draft it my way, that would be awesome.
10 seconds.
He seems like a guy who would like to play Brood.
I think you ban Brood here 100%.
1,000%.
Talked about. Yeah. And then you pick
Reserve time.
Earth Spirit. I would still pick Earth Spirit. I mean, having extra silences on your team, it doesn't hurt. It's like having a global silence potentially if you hit your magnetize right. But
you know what would be awesome is like an Abaddon. Get rid of track easily. You have ways to still save the Alchemist where you can't get that Legion Commander. Put him in a dual lane.
There's no
maybe
IX
with
Mike in this
Nightstalker.
game. You're just wishful
That'd
thinking.
Be awesome. Yeah, IX Mike is like one of the lone remaining Abaddon offlane players. It was cool for everyone, and then they're like, nah, it's not cool
Vega
anymore.
squadrons.
Screw you, Logan. And then Bane is actually going to be the grab up instead. I haven't seen this guy in a while, but maybe to make up for the one-sided mid lane matchup now, favoring the Queen of Pain, Bane could be there by the side of Alchemist to assist a bit, I suppose.
Yes, and he can go toe-to-toe with the Bounty Hunter too if it needs to be. And the biggest thing is just getting the Alchemist level 2 and trying to free up that first creep wave for, so the Queen of Pain doesn't dominate. And Bane is one of those heroes that can help out a lot. What used to be the case was
Reserve time.
Arc Warden? No, not Arc Warden, my bad. Winter Wyvern for last patch, where you would just go mid lane and then you'd Arctic Burn the Queen of Pain, who gets really greedy and gets the Shadow Strike first, and then she's just all of a sudden down to no HP. But that's not going to be happening in this game. There's no point in picking up the hero. And a hero that had a ton of success for Rise last game is now going to be played by Sioma. So this is going to be very interesting. I witnessed a lot of his disruptors. I think he had we actually casted it yesterday, his disruptor, and it was amazing.
That's so funny.
Okay.
But it's on there.
Bow before.
It's so weird. Okay, never mind. Go on.
Bow before Dakota.
Yeah, it is.
Time to shine.
Now, obviously, it was a joke before for Vega, but I mean, the same applies here. I mean, who was it? Danish Bears who played the Alchemist last time, and they had the KotL on their team. Also, they had like a 5-man Agnum's lineup, which is potential here and now. But by that game, they built a very fight-intensive Alchemist. I want to say they even got an armlet that game, but went really all in the fight game. Maybe even a Maelstrom might have been grabbed Mjolnir, but no Agnums ended up coming out. And I don't even know if Keeper would get an Ags because, I mean, you got a freaking Night Stalker on your team, so he's never going to get the Daylight bonus from it. So I guess you could just put your efforts elsewhere into a Force Staff. But I'll say the same thing I said then when the Keeper came out. This hero just does not seem good whatsoever now. And maybe on these few lineups where you can benefit from taking one solid core like an Alk or a Naga or a PL and be your taxi service and just move them around the map to all different bits of farm. And you're able to stall the game out nicely. You have some of the best wave clear in the game. And you could do it from so far away without really putting yourself in too much danger. But outside of that, he's just really hot garbage, Ryu. I don't know.
I like KotL plus Bane, though. It adds a lot of synergy. You can just recall somebody around the map, and then both of them can kill a target. With the Illuminate plus the Fiend's Grip, they can. I think they can kill anybody in the game right now once that comes online. And I think this was a huge pickup for Vega, too, on the other side. The Slark has amazing night vision. This is going to help him out a lot when Night Stalker gets that Ags in this game, if it does happen, because we could see them snowball once again. Vega having
10
a
seconds
really
remaining.
early and aggressive lineup here. And that's what you want to do against the Alchemist. And
5
touching base
seconds
with the Alchemist
remaining.
again, the builds nowadays is always armlet into...
Vega squadrons. Turn
I don't
to
know if they
pick.
go necessarily back for the Sanjin Yasha, but it's mostly more the armlet into Blink into either the Sanjin Yasha or they
Yeah.
go for the Assault.
Very different from the old Miracle build we saw during the Frankfurt Major, which still had the Blink, but also got the Solar Crest. But that was back when Solar Crest and Medallion were cool items and good items. But
10 seconds
Frog was like,
remaining.
no more of that. Ember Spirit, though, is the last grab here for
5
Danish
seconds
Bears, so
remaining.
it feels relatively greedy. They're definitely doing it, and it's just like last time. I always feel
Reserve
Keeper is
time.
definitely better in a aggro setup, or at least a dual off lane position. You don't just put him in a safe lane to kind of hang by your safe lane. He will usually get muscled down by whatever off laner is coming
10
his way.
seconds
But
remaining.
they're definitely setting something up, and the potential even for early game sleep and illuminate
Tied.
is
I was
very
going to
nice.
say it, but Dakota was talking.
I believe
just have
you.
to
I
be-
hate when that happens too. Don't worry, dude. All right, everyone. Praise Ryu. He's an oracle. He called Tidehunter in his brain.
No, there was no other offlaners left. So it's the only
By
one left.
deduction. One of the only good options out there. I don't know. I'm not convinced. This KotL is going to get absolutely shat on, and this will be a 2-0 Vega, in my opinion. I don't know if you feel the same or not, but I would love to see something special here. Danish Bears certainly pulled out a lineup that is for them, and I definitely love more proactive drafts than more reactive ones, but I don't think I'm sold.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen in this game. Danish Bears probably should rush the Ags, not the
10
Ags on the
seconds
Night Sucker, just
remaining.
to keep her light going for the mechanism. As you said, the synergy's not there during the
5
draft.
seconds
Ember Spirit can
remaining.
get very aggressive early on. Alchemist is going to have the gold lead if he doesn't get crushed by no one in the mid lane. Tide should be able to get a good amount in this off lane because the Bane is going to start off in the mid lane. But
Prepare for battle.
I think Danish Bears is going to pull this out. We're going to see amazing Alchemist coming in from Penguin, and he's just going to show us why this hero is always banned against Danish Bears.
And away we go. Early TP rotation from Mr. Hest Joe to try to get that ward down, but unfortunately for him, the Disruptor actually happened to rotate to the lane that much faster, spotted him out, didn't allow him to drop anything, and he got something down for himself instead. So that early off-lane advantage is not going to be there for the Danish Bears. And yeah, I would love to see Penguin be able to pull out a hell of an Alchemist performance. They were able to etch their way into the semifinals on the back of this kind of original play. And the thing with the Alchemist is just, back during the Frankfurt
Always
Major.
going to get this. Wait, get the Grievous
30
Screed. No.
seconds to battle.
Oh, he didn't get it yet. Get it for the gold. Got it. Nice. 6
6.
gold. Woo! Big money. Big money. The GPM skyrocketing net worth above all. Imagine once he gets this bounty rune. The game might as well be over at that point. It's just...
Yeah, he's got level 2, and that was the biggest problem. Now Ryze can even start in the top lane. So this is a huge momentum swing for me in this early game. You might not think it's a big deal, but Alchemist against the Queen of Pain in mid lane, it's rough. And now he's got level 2.
Level 2.
So solo.
Early acid spray already? Wonderful. Is this KotL going to hang by him? Imagine a Chakra Magic KotL just hanging out nearby. He's like, oh, you want to acid spray more? No problem. But they do have to keep tabs here. Solo is hanging around this mid lane on his bounty hunter, and they will have to make sure they don't, get too careless with the courier and its rotations. Solo's already going to make his appearance towards the mid lane. Sentry is down. It's in sight. Solo drops his own, and they'll deny each other's. And now Penguin will be kind of stuck in the dark, but he does have another sentry on hold here. And that acid spray already doing a little bit of a number here. Solo,
Blade.
again, they're going to trade each other's sentry wards.
Give me plus 12.
Penguin, though, doesn't he get the extra gold still from those? Or no?
Yes.
No. Yeah, he does. Okay. He's like, thanks, man. But now he can't really see it. Oh, the meanwhile, it is going to be Ryze who does pick up the first blood. It's going to be on the Tidehunter here in the off-lane setup. Wasn't really suspecting that, but Tidehunter not as big and as durable as he probably imagined.
And that's the thing that I love that you talked about is KotL against the Tidehunter, he would just be able to get free CS in this top lane, whereas you have the Bane now not supporting the mid lane, and he's just able to do a lot of work in this off lane with this, or with his Bane now, and with the KotL in the off lane. Oh, they're going to go to town once it's nighttime, so
yeah.
I really love what's coming out from DB in these laning phase.
This is like the yin and yang of a laning setup here, Night Stalker and KotL. And if you people didn't know the lore of Dota, Keeper of the Light genocided Night Stalker's people, so there's a bit of a rivalry there. Here they are forgetting their differences and working together on the same team. I don't even know if I've ever casted a game with these two in the same lane working together, but they're making it work for now, and I mean, you're looking at Night Stalker. Well, he's only got 3 CS right now, but it's definitely keeping Slark away from the lane, and only become easier as the levels do come in. He only has Chakra Magic now, but I'm curious if he does that value point in the Mana Leak. Mid lane, jump for Penguin here. Commitment in with the Shadow Strike, and Solo is going to be waiting it out. There is a Fairy Fire, but the Orb tick. Oh, it will be good enough to get them to kill, and the game will get evened up 1-1.
Just not having that bottle quick enough, and you just see the pressure Queen of Pain applies. Sure, you have 11 CS from Alchemist, but all these denies are hurting him. And he went for that fast Quelling Blade, so he's not going to have the quickest bottle timing. Now he has a TP, and he's got more Sentry support, but Solo rotating in the bottom lane here.
Oh, get blasted.
Could be killed.
Oh! He is down for sure. Scratched on the back. Hestejo gets it, and he walks into a face full of light. Nice little Sentry, and Solo might have just learned his lesson to think twice before just kind of going off in one of these side lanes without scouting it out first.
I like the face in the face with the light. And yeah, lightness is going to be, or daytime is going to be running out here in the next 50 seconds. Hestia Joe has been able to get, what, 9 CS in this offlane already, just because Slark isn't that great of a hero for putting it to him, as well as the Disruptor. So even though we were saying that, oh, mid lane here, Solo's coming back in, but they have sentries again.
They have sentries, acid sprays getting leveled up. Solo's only level 2, so it really hurts. He has to think twice, because with one swift TP rotation, it could turn to trouble here. Oh, big nuking damage for FN on the bottom lane. They hit him with a Void, they hit him with an Illuminate. And that does a lot of work here. How much? Void is only 8 seconds cooldown. When he gets hit up with the Chakra Magic, man, it's going to get reduced down to 2 seconds once it's level 4. It already loses half of its cooldown time as it is right now.
Radiant's middle tower
now it's
is under
nighttime,
attack.
so it's going to be even that much more pungent. Uh-oh. Look who's rotated in, though. No one shows up. He's only level 5, but he's got a DD rune. Shadow Strike is out, and he will be forced back. No kill will be had. And it's just a 4-man stay
He missed
at
the
Vega.
blink, too.
Oh,
They don't
he's
have a
stuck.
Tango for him. Tango Solo.
Nice.
Help. He's got to go back to the mid lane.
Fast, back to the mid. We have Alchemist here, getting closer to his level 6, has Bottle now. I don't know how successful he's been with picking up bounty runes this game,
Oh,
but
he's going for this kill.
Yeah, he's definitely in for it. We need a sleep. There it is, but he might need to go for the deny. No, he's
My
Radiant's
computer died.
middle tower
Your
is
computer
under
died.
attack.
Well, Penguin did not die. Disruptor though did get a kill, taking out Hestejo there at the bottom lane, but we keep action here to see how things pan out for the no-one
Radiant's
skirmish,
top
and it looks
tower
like
is under attack.
Keeper of the Light also goes down. I definitely should have been at the bottom lane for that one. 2 simultaneous fights, and the bloodshed occurs down here, and it's a response from Vega. Very nicely done. That was at nighttime,
All
too,
of a
against a
sudden-
Night Stalker. Now he's made his return, and he was quick to use out the TP.
Radiant's
That was a
bottom
big win
tower
for
is
Vega.
under
Being able to
attack.
take down both of them in the bottom lane into the nighttime. And this is very important for the Night Stalker to be able to kind of bring in some kills early on. He actually has double mangoes even.
Time's not as bad as all that. is
So
it?
Alchemist lived, and then they got a kill on the KotL and the Night Stalker?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I'm back in the game.
Welcome
Dota
back.
2 crashed. Fun stuff. That was the weirdest thing I've had happen to me in a long time.
Don't worry about
But
that.
bottom
Mag
mag-
needs to worry. He's caught out bottom lane. He ditched his off lane to find some work down here, and now he might pay the price, except FN has showed up, gets out the pounce looking for Rise. Rise going to be able to get off the brain sap. Illuminate will fly, but FN's still good. They get the finish. Taking out Rise here. FN's still alive. A jump commitment in from no one as they look to get the finish here on Hestejo to make it 2 kills. Illuminate blast right in the face of no one will be enough to finish him off. A double kill for Seema in the end, though, as he's going to get the cleanup grab on Hestejo. Turns into a 2-for-1 trade for Vega.
Oh my goodness. No, DB got the 2-for-1 trade. They got the Queen of Pain and the Slark down, and that's a huge win
yeah,
for
I
them.
said it
Slark is
backwards.
just getting wrecked right now, and that's at the other side of the spectrum. We have Ember Spirit free farming away, Alchemist free farming away, and this is going really well for Danish players right now, and they're putting enough pressure on
Radiant's top
nighttime. And
tower is
a
under
level
attack.
4 Slark, FN, you're not gonna be having that spectacular performance last game. You're gonna have to hope that no one can carry you through this next 6 minutes.
Night Stalker is already level 5 now, so he's outmatched the Slark in his own safe lane. And Rise now spots out Solo, commits the dust. They're going to put him to sleep. The
Yeah,
Illuminate
Ravage.
is already committed, but yep, as you said, there's going to be the Ravage turnaround. And a jump in from Ace. Looks to make cleanup work. They quickly take out 3 already. And they're looking for more. No one's going to be the lone survivor to make it away from the trouble. Ugh, Danish Bears out in full force in the bottom lane. Alchemist not even involved. He's off just bringing in the money in the jungle.
Yeah, no one is oh, he's dead. This is mind-blowing right now why he doesn't have his ulti at level 6, and Solo, level 4, might get this kill earned not in
Radiant's
time.
bottom tower is under attack.
That helps out the bounty hunter desperately. He needed
How did-
those levels.
He did not get his ult. Was that a misclick? Not having Sonic Wave for
No,
that
he
fight.
did it last game too.
Oh, man. Well, Ace remmed it in. Not going to be able to get it for Solo, but... So it ends up being a 5-man wipe. At the end of the day, all for Danish
tower.
Bears.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Poor FN, top lane. They might even set up
Radiant's
for him
bottom tower
again.
has fallen.
Oh,
Sleep.
luckily Dark acted at that time. They had the nighttime ready for at least the darkness, and then they would have had the silence, and that was going to be a dead FN. Thanking his lucky
Dire's
stars
top
that
tower is under
he used
attack.
Dark Pack just then.
And now even Danish Bears residing a bit in Vega's woods and taking away what's been a big stack buildup and giving it to Ace with the help of his Flame Guard. Vega are just going to have to look elsewhere for the farm. Maga has been ferociously trying to bring back the farm game for his Tide right now. Has his Arcanes and is looking to build together probably a Blink Dagger. I mean, if it's not that, he might have to be the one to pick up the mech, because Solo is also past his par point.
Yes, Dust. Oh, Ace, nice. So, getting this bottom kill. Really well played.
Good setup. And a Dust will be out here for Vega. They begin to go on the move. Might be able to cross paths with the Ember here. But Ace is moving in pretty deep.
Oh, he doesn't have
Darkness is
TP.
out. They're also going for the top at the same time. Are they going to be able to get Ace down? They will with the setup of the Static Storm. Top lane not as successful. They're not going to be able to get a grab onto FN. It ends up just being the one-man takedown, profiting Vega a bit more. But at this point in the game, even that one kill is over 1,000 net worth swing.
Yeah, and this, let's hope it's not the same situation where it was like last game where Ace just keeps getting picked off around the map. He needs to make sure he farms effectively. If he makes that play, you have to have support behind you. Just got caught playing too greedy, and at the same time I was like, when did Sioma get level 6? When did he have enough time? Because at 10 minutes in the game, when you're kind of far behind,
Ooh, triple remnant mid lane from Ace. Gets off the dust. Gets off the kill. All right. Quick and easy work of the bounty hunter here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ace just flexing his muscles a bit, has boots of travel now. And no one will take his place back in this mid lane. Has Sonic Wave here, but not going to commit in for it. And that looks to be the end of it for now as Noya makes his return.
Wait for the sweep.
Oh, there it is! Does jump in, Sonic Wave, pump fake, and it's a swing and a miss from no one. And he'll end up going down for it. Ravage comes out for Mag. Will not save no one. Does get the Ember down in the end, but oh, very unfortunate there for Vega. Doesn't look like we're done yet. Look at this, a recall in. Alchemist even pre-charging up the concoction, but obviously not going to find a target to use it on. Maybe if he had a Blink Dagger, but not yet.
that was going to be a really good play from Queen of Pain if he just immediately used it. He was thinking that, oh, maybe he has a sleight of fist to dodge the Sonic Wave, but since it's so big, Ping gonna be caught out here in the mid lane. Doesn't have ulti on, and that's a free kill on the Alchemist?
Maybe.
No, it's so tanky.
Now he's got his ulti, pumps it up now, and Bane shows up with the Fiend's Grip ready to go. Stun up and above, they're looking for the Disruptor. They're going to be able to grab this one, and look at this, they're making it a 2-for-1 as Solo. Fiend's Grip, Solo killed pretty much there from Rise. 2-for-0 trade going the way of the Danish Bears.
And that's Blink Dagger completed for Penguin now. If he so desires, he's going to be able to put on more pressure, and all set up by the bait, and you just don't have the necessary burst damage coming out from Vega Squadron. They heavily rely on Queen of Pain with the Sonic Wave, or just to have the control in the team fights from the Tidehunter, but none of those were there. Meanwhile, top lane, FN's going to TP up. He's just desperately trying to find his Midas at 12 minutes
Radiant's
in.
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, very starved for farm at this point in the game. Uncharacteristic performance from FN in this one, and that could be a lot of credit to the Danish Bears and their laning setup, and obviously the big boost of farm that Alchemist was able to get level 2 before the laning phase technically began. And now we're seeing Danish Bears take this opportunity to move into the pit. Acid Spray is down, and looks like they're going to have enough firepower to eventually bring down the Roche, but are Vega going to be in the area to contest it at all? They're close by. Mag, no Ravage, however, and with it on cooldown for 20 seconds, it looks like it will be a smooth Roche process here for the Bears.
Oh, you jinxed it, KotLGuy.
They're coming. Uh-oh. Did I jinx it? They see Solo under the sentry here. Rise doesn't have grip yet. Okay, they'll be able to get it. Ember Spirit picks that one up. Are Vega thinking about jumping in? They are. Mag goes in. Blink with the Ravage. Beautiful catch onto 4. Followed up with the Sonic Wave, and that will quickly take out the Alk and the follow-up on the Night Stalker. Huge Illuminate Blast to fly the other way onto Vega here, but it's not going to be good enough. Ace now tracked up, able to run it up to the high ground to make it away. It will be Bane who gets the grab on the bounty, plus the snatch right there.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Already
under
the
attack.
Aegis going to be used from Ace. When the dust does settle, my God, Danish Bears take a hard hit. 5 all day, counting the buyback there from the Night Stalker. Bounty Hunter being the one to go down from Vega. Yet still, it's Danish Bears who are quick to fight back now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm more impressed with no one just playing super aggressive, taking out the Aegis, taking out a kill, and that helps out a lot for this situation where you're not going to be able to easily... Oh, they found out Slark here. This is a very big pickoff too, but not as big as the Alchemist kill. We're looking at the gold discrepancy. That's a 3,800 kill compared to the Alchemist 8,000.
My
So,
God. Huge
Penguin?
forgiving advantage right there. Ooh, Penguin.
he just blinked from no one. Doesn't have it.
They're hustling that way to get a hold of him here. He needs 3 more seconds. Are they going to get the Slight and Chains off? Yes, they will. Oh, he is dead for sure. Things crumbling apart a bit here for Vega. Soma going to be spot out now. Joe makes his move in. There's going to be the Void and the Silence, and he starts clawing him apart. Noya even going to get on the action there with a nice little Illuminate. Not going to get the last hit. Bane will step in and finish that one up with the Brain Sap. FN has shown up into a potential stun. Does connect, but does force out the Shadow Dance even. So, man, the Bears are just absolutely ruthless.
That's how they like to play. Play aggressive early and often is the key. And well, when Vegas, you see the big problem with Vega's lineup. Sure, they took that amazing team fight at Roche, but DB, they understand all the ultimates are down. Queen of Pain, no ulti. Ravage on cooldown. You just keep pressuring with this low cooldown of Alchemist ulti, and as well as the just constantly rotating around the map. So once again, top lane, Solo's gonna come in. Dust, they find him. All he has to do is just hold the Searing Chains, and then this should be a free kill onto Solo. Can use it now. Oh, he's
And the creeps.
got him. Oh my.
That's a nice RNG mid lane. Stack Storm out. There's the follow-up from Mag with a big Ravage here. Sonic Wave from flying no one, trying to catch a hold of 2. Will help finish off the Alchemist there. And the response, though, is they're already going to be taking out the Slark. There's the blast on forward, and that will get rid of no one.
Middle tower is under attack.
Mag will retreat back into the base, but that means the Ravage is now on cooldown. Danish Bears still in fighting shape. They have lost their Alchemist, but they can still make a push happen here if they choose, but it looks like they won't. Pulling off for now, they'll just take their farm and take their winnings.
And they can just pressure down the top tower pretty soon here. It's full HP, but once again, Tide Ravage is on cooldown, as well as all the other ultimates from Vega. And yeah, they just blew their load. And so this FN needs to be a little bit careful here in the top lane. This was fine for now because DB might not come, but normally don't think of the KotL and the recall. You haven't seen this hero in a long time. Mentioned it. FN.
FN's in trouble. He's low on life. Bane, beautiful setup with the Glimmer Cape so they can't spot him. Illuminate, lines up the blast. There's the stun. There's the blast. Blast not even necessary for this one. He's gonna make easy work. Almost like a small choreographed dance right there as they finish off the Slark. And they'll be able to segue this into a tier 1 takedown. Things continue to get better and better here for the Danish Bears. Fighting their way into a 3-game series, if they have anything to say about it.
Yeah, they're looking really hot last game for the first 20 minutes of the game. Hopefully it won't start changing, but I don't think they can really throw. There's no Roche left to hit for the next, we don't know until 4 minutes, but they're just looking on fire right now. Penguin going for that Sanjin Yasha next. Battle Fury going to be completed relatively soon for Ace. Just all these cores are farming heavily, and even the supports are starting to become online. And Noya, or however you want to say his name, has got the mechanism online. They have so much sustain in the team fights, and I don't know how they're going to burst down DB. It's all on the backs of Sioma. He has to have the amazing Static Storm after Mag's Ravage because they just don't have enough control. Oh, bottom.
Whoa, blink to bottom. Penguin will not be able to catch up with the concoction here. Seema tries to get the good send back, but Ace will be able to make the jump in. And it looks like the Disruptor will be quickly taken down. Oh, tried to make it away, but there's a last little snip there at the end. No one testing his limits here. Hestejo is getting close, but Vega will have to pull out. Vega have yet to take a tower this game. Just shows how hard it's been for them to kind of push past the river and be able to 4 or 5-man for one of these towers.
It's just one of the weaknesses that some of the teams draft themselves into. Like, they have a heavy commitment to team fights, but no Nature's Prophet, no pushing ability. They just have to hope to win team fights, and it was kind of all on the backs of the Slark to be that frontliner, do at least some DPS in this game, but he only has a Midas still at 19 minutes in the game, trying to figure out what he even goes for next. At this point in the game, you know Hestejo is going to have his Ags soon, and he's going to also have a gem. You can't go for a Shadow Blade anymore, so maybe the only option for the Slark will be a Blink Dagger, but if he goes for that route, he's not going to have any additional stats, any additional attack speed, and just not going to be able to carry in these team fights.
We'll see if that's going to be the choice or not, as the item progression for the side of the Danish Bears continues to get better and better, with Ember closing in even faster onto that first Battle Fury. Actually already has it done? No, still waiting for the Broadsword to be completed, which he's probably very close to. Yes, he is. And as mentioned, Mechanism Warrior line for the Keeper of the Light. But now we have the Ags on Hestejo, so there'll never be any sort of daylight advantage for the poor Keeper at this point, but that's not what really matters. But Ags and Gem together. This guy is now a walking radar system at night. And there goes the first ward. This is where things are going to get pretty scary for Vega. Their map control becomes quick to nothing. Yeah, missed this ward. Now they got it. Oh, yeah.
Yep. You couldn't ask for a better timing either, because it just got nighttime. He got his Ags, he got the gem, and oh boy, the map is going to be very hard for Vega to go out on for the next 5 or so minutes. They need to play very careful or just all in. So this isn't a bad play for Mag. It could be the last one, though.
Ooh. Rise. Smoke detector here. Goes into Glimmer. A run in from Hestejo. This could be the gem on the deck already, but there is a blinding light that will stop out. Mag follows it up. Gets off a good Ravage. Anchor smash. Hestejo barely alive. Is going to be going down. The gem is on the deck. Going to be snagged up from Mag. Meanwhile, Solo up in arms with Penguin. Penguin, though, the big boss man of this fight, also get a great grip setup for no one. The Queen of Pain will be dropped. Vega lose 3. Danish Bears will end up losing their Night Stalker, who does hold their gem, but they get the more as far as the gold is concerned.
No, I wouldn't put it past Vega just to try one last team fight and call it quits, but that was about as good a setup you're going to get against the Night Stalker during the nighttime. You find out the Bane, but did they have detection? Yeah, they only had a sentry ward, and they just weren't able to kill him off fast enough before the rest of the team responded. And Night Stalker being on the front lines, they saw all 5. So then you're able to reposition really effectively for the Danish Bears, and Ace was able to come in over the top. Nobody got his number. Ravage didn't hit him, and they weren't able to burst down the Alchemist for Penguin. I mean, he was down to, what, 400, 500 HP, but it just regens everything back up.
So Danish Bears are making a move back into the pit here. Be very quick work for the second Aegis of this game, where Danish Bears are still in firm control. You're looking at over a 12k net worth advantage. Almost the same for XP. You got to see what the bounce flag play is going to really be here for Vega. Their high ground defense is all right. Great, great team fight heroes with Ravage and Stack Storm to take advantage of this choke point and pushing into the high ground, but there's also so much vision advantage for Danish Bears that I don't know what kind of setup that Vega is going to be going for that will not be scouted out from Dire side.
Now you just told everything that the audience that I could have called a guy. You left me nothing to work
Sorry,
with
bro.
now, but I'm just kidding. They can work with. That's the biggest problem too. Is once the Penguin he gets his BKB here. Oh, death. No one. He has the Yules to escape from this, so he's gonna be able to get away.
He's good. He makes it out. Oh, glimpse back. Puts the Night Stalker back in his place. Stun won't land, but Ace does make the jump, gets a nice chains on the Disruptor, and that should be an easy pick for him. They're still making haste here for FN. They got the scouting report. He's able to make it to the low ground, though, with his blink, but he is a man on the run. He is not in fighting shape. Night Stalker just not letting up. Look at this. This is like a horror movie right now. Girl is running away from Dracula, and it looks like she'll be able to make it away to safety. But I don't know for no one. No one's like, oh, there's a chase happening? Runs in, is going to get silenced. Use the Yules onto Hestajo, and he's like, I'll take you instead, young girl. Here he goes. No one better get the hell out of there. He doesn't have a Yules. He has nothing. He's dead. Did he not know that there was a chase happening on the Slark that whole time?
I mean, he didn't have a TP in his inventory, and he just bought one, so that was the only play he could go for it. That was just weird. He TP'd to the bottom lane to farm, and all of a sudden you have a Night Stalker starting in top lane, and he's in your bottom.
Well,
Solo's
in
gonna be
trouble
picked off
too.
here.
Yep. They even have a sentry now drop down for him. Gets knocked in the noggin with some concoction. Kinetic field glimpse. So they'll send back the Ember to the bottom lane. Not the worst thing ever. And even KotL timing out the blast right when the creeps do spawn. So they are just ready to make the push happen on all fronts. Very nice work coming out from the Bears.
Yeah, the biggest thing for the Danish Bears is their blink initiation into the high ground with the Alchemist and just the Ags Night Stalker running in. And they don't have that heavy hitter right now, but they're going to try and kill off the heroes. So, nice play. Just zoning them back here. Penguin needs to be a little bit careful. He has the BKB to work with, so it's going to be tough sledding if Vega want to burst him down during the Alchemist Chemical Rage. So maybe they should wait a little bit. It's going down now. But
It's off now. FN shows himself outside the base. When you look at the vision here, unobstructed vision, Night Stalker can see clearly where everyone is standing. The back liners are keeping an eye closely on Mag, of course, with his 4-staff Blink Dagger Ravage initiations. They want to make sure that they're in optimal position so they don't get caught out and all stunned up. But even if they did, I mean, I don't know if there's going to be enough. Oh, Mag jumps in. Pump fake for the BKB. Nicely done by him, but they will lose a tier 3. And now Penguin makes his hard commitment forward. It's going to be the Disruptor who
Beans
falls
grip.
first. Grip, no connection yet made. And they double back instead for the racks that are still standing. Now Ace jumps in, gets nice 2-man chains and Sleight of Fist combo. Big damage burst, but not enough to get a finish. Back to the racks they go. The track is starting to spread out across the full team. Mag still holding this Ravage, man. Can't blink in at the moment. Now going to get stunned up.
Radiant's
Potential for him to
bottom
lose
barracks
it
are under attack.
altogether. He was silenced there. Ace chains on the 2 again.
Still has the
Looking for
Aegis.
Solo. And as you said, still has the second
Radiant's
life, so it
bottom
can get
barracks
really
are under
frisky
attack.
here. It looks like Danish Bears are going to be walking away with the racks here. No extra bloodshed, and it does look like they might not lose anyone on the way out, but just as I say that, Mag jumps in with a Ravage here, and they might be able to get Hesta Joe, but they got a nice Glimmer Cape. They're going to put him to sleep, avoids the Sonic Wave, but the damage will still be there. Rise jumps in, Fiend's Grip, going to be canceled out from the Glimpse, but enough damage was done to finish off the Queen of Pain. Now Ace finally will lose his Aegis here under the Static Storm, but everyone else from Vega might begin to crumble here after him. No one. Chains up. Self-Fuels will get rid of the chains. Now Ace, doubling back here, does not have the Aegis anymore. Still, though, has the Remnant and will make it away from trouble.
How many buybacks was wasted there? Oh, they're going to get the kill on Noia. That's a track kill, so that helps out, and every little bit counts at this moment. But Tide brought back Queen of Pain and your Bounty Hunter. So, I mean, just that one. Yeah, they killed 4 heroes. They got the Alchemist. That's a huge price coming over to them, considering how high his net worth is. So they got 3,000 gold, but you're happy now if you're on the side of Danish Bears. You got the racks down. You committed a lot of buybacks. Ultis were used, so all they have to really do now is, if they want to, is just once everybody respawns, to go to the mid lane, and it's going to be very tough sledding for Vega if they want to hold their high ground again.
As they quickly sprawl out, they'll go back into the farm so that they can prepare for what may be a secondary defense. I mean, FN has suddenly got a Scotty now. It looked like for a while he was just stuck with that Midas Blink combo and didn't have any sort of stats or any sort of real offensive potential, but now at least he has a little bit of extra life and a little bit more flexibility to work with. Still, though, just one step towards 5 more steps they need to make overall here. Maybe getting a refresher on Mag so they can have 2 big Ravages to work with. A mech is online here for Solo, but his Bounty Hunter at this point in the game doesn't really offer a whole lot on top of it, and no one is still trying to finish out his Agnum Scepter here. Mid lane, though, it looks like they might make their jump. Penguin going to be able to get the catch there for Mag with a concoction. A glimpse back will create the space necessary for a safe escape. It looks like Vega will be good.
That could have been horrible for FN because they were smoked out. They had this ward saying, oh, there's nobody smoked over here. But then all of a sudden, the Alchemist decided to go on the Tide Hunter, and right as the smoke popped and the Slark was in vision. So a little bit, that could have been the game-ending play for Danish Bears, and lucky enough Vega dodged that.
Night Stalker creeping in. No one makes a preemptive getaway, but still not safe.
Dire's
Bane's
top
on the
tower
way,
is
glimmered
under
up
attack.
again. Oh, no one steps back with the Yules. Mag thinks he can go in. Rise will show himself, but he might be quick to pull out. Hesta Joe could be in a bit of trouble here. They keep thinking about making a fight happen. They even recall in the Alchemist for this one. They get the stun off. It's going to be connecting on FN, and now Penguin goes to work chopping up the little fish man.
Well,
Not
got
going to be able to
BKB
get him
on
down. They
Bane.
pulled back for Noia instead. Static stormed up. He pops out the mech, but it's not going to be good enough. They live on here. This is potential for Vega to make their own chase, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. Ace has now shown up, and they're going to be clearing out the rest.
They just got flank and spanked by the Ember Spirit and the Bane. Oh my goodness, BKB on Rise here is making everybody look like a full Fiend's Grip. That the crits coming out from Ace, dominating this Queen of Pain, and
Radiant's middle
just
tower
not
is
no
under
one's
attack.
game on his Queen of
Radiant
Pain, his
structures
signature
are
hero.
fortified.
Wasn't able to kill off the
Dire's
Alchemist
top tower
enough
is
in the
under
mid lane,
attack.
shut him down. Sioma's going to be going down here.
Radiant's
Yep,
middle
nope.
tower
Nope.
has fallen.
A little bit too quick there,
Ooh.
Fire Remnant.
Radiant's
play it
middle
safe.
barracks are under
Looks like
attack.
second Rax is going to be
Radiant's
going
middle
down here, and
barracks
Danish
has
Bears are
fallen.
on the way to take it to a game
Radiant's middle
3
barracks
of
has
this
fallen.
series.
Radiant's top
Giving the
tower
fight
is
to
under
Vega.
attack.
Vega, though, this could be their final fight. They're jumping in. FN makes his work for the Ace here, but his mana leaks up and on the verge of losing all of his mana and getting locked down into a stun. Going to be forced to head back to the fountain to refresh. But the rest of the team is already going to make their move for this tier 3 and potentially the Megas here. Jump on the Penguin. BKB now going to be popped. Dishes out the stun and keeps the rest of Vega at bay.
Oh, he dodged it. Ace, what a player. Dodging the static
Sidestep
storm.
out. They move on in. Mag has the Ravage here, still holding on to it. There's going to be the glimpse back. They're looking for Penguin. A reposition from Mag, waiting out. Rise, BK beat up, gets the grip off, but there is going to be the Death Pact that saves him from it. Meanwhile, they finally get the Alchemist down. Jump, big chains here. Seoma set to go down. The follow-up kill of Solo going to be there as well, and that is going to be game. Vega, if they don't take this fight, they're definitely not taking this game, and that seems to be the thought process here. Mag walks out with one last double kill, but we're going to a game 3, as Danish Bears will be able to close things out in game number 2.
Yeah, that was an amazing setup for them, for Danish Bears in that offlane. KotL plus Night Stalker taking it to the greedy Slark pick there at the end and just punishing them. They knew they could get away with this lane, and I think the biggest thing for me was still that bounty rune early on, as well as the D ward coming in. Just able to get level 2 on the Alchemist, as well as the nice D warding coming in from the Alch on the mid lane, making sure that he had vision of the bounty hunter constantly. And then just how do you say desensitizing? I'm gonna make my own words up here. So,
Desensitize
that was really well played.
the area from vision, I suppose.
Yeah, desensitized, but you know what I mean when you take away the sentry.
Yeah.
But so like D-ward, but how do you yeah.
We'll take the break to figure it out. Maybe we can come back with some new words for Dota. You never know. But in the meantime, as we roll this ad break, we get hyped up and ready for game number 3, Vega Squadron, going against the Danish Bears. One team moves on to face Team Spirit in the final, all for one last qualifier spot here in the European qualifier of StarLadder I-League Invitational. I'm KotLGuy, that's Ryu Boris. We'll be back for game number 3.